Welcome back to Drumming with Kenny Part 3, I believe. As always, I am Kenny the Doos Van Doozer, and I wanted to show you a new kit that I bought, a Tama cocktail set. I have never had one of these before, and it was something that I saw for a really good price and wanted to kind of review for your guys, maybe show you something kind of cool. I'm going to be kind of learning with you with this kit, so let me kind of break it down, show you how compact it is, and then look forward to reviewing it with you. All right, now that we got it all set up and mic'd up, I'm gonna play it a little bit. What we're working with is we have some Remo Emperor black suede heads on the drums. So let's see how this bad boy sounds. This is awesome to play. So the toms, usually I try to put some sort of muffling on them. With this head combination, and I guess the fact they're so small, they're already kind of, they don't muffle as much. So I like that. The bass drum, to me, I feel is a little flimsy. I know the guy who I bought it off of, he also put an Emperor black suede on the bass. I know that we were trying to put the mic under it, trying to play a little bit more with how that's set up, but I think that this kit is awesome. Again, the Tama cocktail set, it packs a punch. There really isn't any gripes I have about it. I think this kit would be perfect for if you live in a small apartment, if you're looking for a sort of practice kit that you want to either take with you. Actually, this would be a pretty cool kid set. You know, it's low enough, and I haven't tried it yet, but you can set it up to where you can stand and play it. I've never played a 12-inch snare. Packs a punch. It's really great. Like I said, the toms don't have any reso heads, so you might have to get used to that sound. I usually play with drum sets that have resonant heads. So it's just a different sound than what I'm used to. And also just kind of reaching wise. You know, the 4-tom is a little bit further out than where I normally hit it. That could just be me getting used to the kit. The pad muffles it a lot. Let me try to play it without the pad, kind of give you an idea. Yeah. unless I get a super dampened head, I prefer the pad just because it does muffle it a lot better, and also it doesn't bleed into the floor tom. So I think that they were kind of genius to include this in the kit. It is kind of hefty. The Tama cocktail kit, phenomenal little kit for small apartments, for small gigs, if you're in a jazz combo, or if they put baby in a corner and you're playing in like a really small, there's been a couple of gigs that I play where I know this kit would be perfect for. With a small kit, I like small cymbals. And so I have just a regular snare stand, another like clamp-on cymbal stand here, a regular hi-hat stand. I know that they do make attachments, so really you can make this kit whatever you want it to be. I've also seen people turn this into a hybrid kit. They'll put triggers on the bass and the snare and they'll make it like a hybrid electric kit, which, I don't know, I think in the future might be kind of cool to revisit. I wanted to purchase some sort of compact cocktail kit like this. I always thought it was cool that the bass drum and the lowest tom, the floor tom, were on top of each other. I know in really old cocktail kits, it's just one drum because they're designed to stand up. Because it's so compact, it fits in 2 bags. I wanted to be able to have a drum set that I could just throw into the back of any car. And I took a look at this kit and thought it was cool. I liked how the tom and the bass were separated. I was like, oh, that'd be really nice. But they are a little on the higher price range. I believe that they're about $800 to $900, depending on where you look. And honestly, I found this on Facebook Marketplace. A guy from Ohio was selling it for about half the price, looked in great condition, and he was super nice. I usually get kind of nervous about stuff like that. In fact, I took my buddy Alec with me just as extra security because I was afraid. But he restored my faith in humanity. There actually is a trigger that he put in the bass drum that has a way to connect that. I've never worked with triggers. If you're watching this and you want to tell me about the best advice for that, I'm open to it. I thought it was kind of the most unique out of all the cocktail sets. A lot of companies, I think, just make drum sets really small. Like, I love the Ludwig Breakbeats kit that I have, but this just seemed unique. I haven't really seen any other drum sets that have the bass drum and the floor tom on top of each other that's not like the 60s and 70s cocktail kits from back then. So you see there's 2 bars on either side. They do have one that has a third one here, so you can put like a cymbal or a cowbell. I also love this blue color. I was on the fence about getting it because I'm like, well, I could probably make do with the other kits that I have. And when the seller kind of opened it up and I don't know, the sun hit it in such a way that I think was the way that it sparkles. Even with these lights that we have, I'm falling in love with it. These are great. And the snare, the pop on this thing is unbelievable. I have a Pearl firecracker that I believe might be a little smaller than this, might be the same size. And it's a snare, I think a 10-inch compared to the 12. And it's great, but sometimes little snares can almost sound a little bit, I don't know, too poppy, too high. I've actually used that drum as like a high tom sometimes, but again, this is a snare that I don't have to manipulate too much. For others who have seen other videos, I use the big fat snare drum that really deepens the tone and really helps control sound, but actually don't mind the ring on this. I think it's great. The only, like I said, the kick is what I'm gonna need to kind of play with a little bit. In fact, anybody that has this kit that just wants to see if I know what I'm talking about or not, feel free to give me some tips that you've used. But yeah, hope that this was kind of informative. Hope that you enjoyed it. I know that I will. And I'll catch you next time.